What's good?
What's good? Hello, hello, hello.
Eh, How you doing, everybody? This be yourself, keep it real podcast. I got Booby Brown with us.
That baby Brown.
That baby Brown on here with us tonight. Um,
Yes.
and on the night topic is Valentine's special is a Valentine's special night. Say is it possible to be lovers and friends?
Of
What you got?
course. Of course it is.
Why you think that?
Okay. We keeping it real.
Hmm.
Okay. The reason why I say it's possible, if two people have an understanding,
Hmm. Okay.
okay. So if two people have a mutual understanding that they love each other and no
Hmm.
matter what,
Hmm.
they'll be there for one another through ups and downs,
Hmm.
thick and thin, and and just be loyal. Love is what it does, not what it says. So, if you the type of person to show love, do what you need to do to keep each other happy, it can work.
But I think it's like it'll work only if you wanted to get to that point.
Of course, it
That's if
has
the
to be.
other.
It has to be mutual, definitely.
Hmm.
Yeah. So without mutual understanding, it's definitely not gonna work.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overall, like, what you think, but who the person got to be, like, what kind of friend or what kind of what kind of friend or person that person got to be in order for you to think that for that type of thing that'll work. That
Okay.
y'all could be.
Okay. First of all, you all have to enjoy one another.
Hmm.
Um, be able to be a friend
Hmm.
no matter what the situation may be. You just put your feelings to the side and you play your position as the position need to be played according to the situation.
Right. So what if that person got a woman already? What you think about that? And
I
and
mean, it doesn't matter if the person have a woman, a man, or whatever the case may be. If you all are on the same accord and you all like I said, mutual understanding,
hmm,
having a woman or a man is not a factor.
that's not a fact.
No.
So what happened if the person in love with his woman is he in love and he don't want to be more than friend, but he like to be your friend to conversate with you on the phone and stuff like that. What you think about that?
Well, me personally, I'm not being nowhere where I'm not wanted, like at all. Like if I'm not wanted, I'm not even sticking around. I'm not staying around. I'm not hanging around. So it don't matter about him being if he say he in love with his woman or his man or her man, then I mean that's that defeats the purpose of being lovers and friends
Right.
to
Okay.
to my understanding.
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna ask you another question. So what if he got his woman, right? His woman know about you, and he say, fuck it, all of us gonna get in the bed together. What would you think about that?
Absolutely not. And you know why I say that? Because not that I'm going to say I don't like sharing. I'm very territorial.
Right.
So, therefore, If I'm entertaining him, I don't need anybody else entertaining him. I don't want anyone else entertaining him because I can definitely entertain him on my own.
But that could go different ways. So what if his girl say, "Damn, I want to watch you do that."
Um, I don't know. Me personally, that's a no for me. He just she got to find somebody else to do it because I'm not doing it. Because like I said, I'm territorial.
Mm. So that mean the fight gonna break out of the bed. Then that mean the fight gonna break out of the bed.
It ain't no fight. It don't have to be a fight.
I'm just saying that mean a fight gonna break out inside in the bedroom because one may get mad, the other one getting too much, and the other one getting a little bit. It might be a fight breakout.
I mean, it might be, but that's not gonna be my situation.
Okay. Hmm.
So move on to the next question.
So hold on, we got the other guest coming in. Hold on a second.
Who the other guest?
The co-host.
Guest.
Oh, hi, co-host.
Guest.
Oh,
I'm a
yo.
guest now. Oh my god.
No, you're the co-host.
Yeah,
Oh,
call it.
help me, help me.
Your sound,
Yes.
your sound is kind of real loud. You gotta cut the
Oh,
sound just a
sorry.
little bit.
Let me turn down. Let me turn down just a little bit.
Why is it?
Da-da-da-da.
Okay.
And
Shanika, blacks, browns, share your live. Share your live.
Who, me?
Yeah,
why is it so loud though?
To Facebook?
yeah.
It say share to group
No, share
feed
to the share on your page, on your
to the
news feed.
feed.
Yeah, on your page. Yeah, I don't hear it now. It's good now.
Okay.
Okay, I share to Facebook.
It's loud. It's feedback loud.
Who, me?
No, her feedback. Like you hear all the sound in the room.
Which is weird because there aren't any.
Let me see. Okay, I can hear you now. It's good now.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Okay, so you see what the top we
Hello?
got? That's B Brown.
B Brown.
Yeah. So
That
you
Yes.
baby.
see that
It's
baby,
that baby Brown.
That baby Brown.
that baby
Yes,
Brown.
ma'am.
Alrighty, dighty then.
Hey,
Uh, I
so
am.
you see the topic where we talk about tonight, right? It's the Valentine special tonight, right? It's a is it possible to be lovers and friends?
She laughing already.
You mean Singles Awareness Day, right?
No, we just saying like that could be like anybody who may have they could probably have a woman at home, a man, however it go.
Like I said, for Singles Awareness Day. I have a meme that says, make sure you give your side piece a pencil so she'll always know she's number two.
Number two.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, you got Valentine's Day and then you have side piece day, which is tomorrow.
But you got some side pieces they want to be labeled number one, even though
You
they they
You
be putting
said
it.
the magic word want to be.
want to be.
Yes,
Yeah, but
want.
they might be doing number one priorities.
Haha, they stupid then. Anyway,
So,
so is it possible to have lovers and friends? Yes, yes. And the reason I say that is because I'm fully capable of separating the act and the emotion.
Exactly.
Uh, I don't know if it's because I'm jaded, I'm old, I'm a Capricorn.
Mm.
uh, but I did learn something today about my a little bit
So
of
am I.
astrology related.
I'm a
Oh,
Capricorn too. So
hey, all
so
right,
we
Capricorn
so we know
baby.
what time it is. Yeah.
Right. Honestly, though, truthfully, you can be as long as you set your boundaries from the beginning.
Exactly.
Okay. And the thing about it is that most people And I say most people because it's a majority of the people, not people like me or probably you, um, will not, and I mean will not, say exactly what they would like. She's getting a phone call now. Nobody was, they won't say exactly what they're expecting in the relationship. They're not saying exactly what they want out of the relationship.
Right.
They're expecting people to read their minds. And a lot of people are not going to have that hard conversation. You got to have that hard conversation. And it's hard because one of the things that people don't like to be rejected. And if you say something if you want something, but you feel that the other person is going to reject you for wanting that, you're not going to say it.
Right.
And that's where misunderstandings come in.
Yes. That's true.
But I'm gonna tell you, see, if you gonna mess with somebody, right? And you got somebody at home, you mess with your friend or whatever, it gonna be at a point that she gonna be like, she don't want to be no friend no more. She want to be that one.
Wait, but see, here's the thing.
No matter if you laid the rules down at the beginning,
And you're right. You're absolutely, some women are like that. And I
right?
say some women because I'm not. But
I know. That
some and
that's
then
for the
some
weak.
women are like that. And it's not even so much being a weak person. It's that, you are feeling good. They're doing all the things that you like them to do. And it actually is kind of like, and this might sound like, redirection, because it kind of is, but it's kind of his fault when that happens.
Why?
Because if she's a side piece, yeah, you're not going to abuse her, but you can't treat her like number one. You start treating her like number one, she's gonna want to be number one.
But you know what? Like, okay, okay, I'm going to go back. I had a
Y'all
situation
have to
like that
excuse
before.
me. I just got home from school and I'm starving. Okay.
So I had a situation like that one time before, right? I was going through a little issues with, with my other significant other, whatever, and it got to the point it got real bad. So I started, messing with somebody else, whatever, right? And
Girl,
men,
hold on. Did you break up with the first one first?
no, we were still together, but it was a complicated situation. You get what I'm saying?
There's no
So
such thing as a complicated situation.
no,
I'm
that shit was
sorry.
real.
Mind you, he's always in a complicated
That's
situation.
why I said there is really no such thing as a complicated situation. You're either in one or you're not.
Well, it was a situation, right?
You know,
Okay,
the
so
thing is that you just wanted to fuck both of them and that was it.
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Well,
So
that's what I'm saying. You
no,
should have just let
no,
the other
but
one go if that was the case.
I
me and
know.
me and number two used to always be together all the time. We were together all the time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
number two. Then when number one found out about number two, number one, find out whatever those situation. But number two said, "I don't give a fuck because I ain't going nowhere. She gonna motherfucking go." So that's what it was. So number two, we end up being together, and number one was out the picture. But number one kept coming around causing chaos. But when number one was there, number one wasn't want to do what she's supposed to do. It was a whole lot of argument, a lot of problems, 24/7.
Because you did not break up with her before you got with number two.
Exactly.
But it really
You let
came
it
out.
go on.
But
You let it go on in the background, and so
no,
now, because you were actually sneaking around on her, she thought she was special.
it
Oh my
wasn't
God,
like
he's
that.
trying not to hurt my feelings.
It
Ooh,
wasn't even
I
like
must
that.
need a.
It was like number one won a haul ass and disappeared.
He's so crazy.
Okay.
See, number one won a haul ass, right?
Mhm.
And then number one gonna always feel like the door gonna still be open for her when she come back, right? Okay. So since she don't, I said to myself, like, since that was the last time she hauled ass, it ain't gonna be no more coming back.
Yeah,
And
because
from that day, I put my foot down.
people only do to you what you let them.
And
Exactly.
then the second time, when that last time, she couldn't come back. It was number two in
Hey,
in place
hey,
now. So
yo,
it was a
look.
Or
problem.
sometimes, or
Since you left the way you did, don't come back.
But
I
guess
really
what?
enjoyed you, but unfortunately, you're not treating me right, so you can't come back. That's all it
Number
takes.
one, number one said the pastor told her she should have been doing what she's supposed to do. But you
She
know,
probably lied to the pastor too.
I don't know what it was, but she wasn't doing what the fuck she supposed to been doing.
What
So
you say about that, Miss Baby?
I say sometimes people just get their karma and just do because it be so many number ones and twos till it till it just need to. It's like a merry-go-round.
I have nothing to add.
See, I know that now we keep this is keep it real and be yourself. So we gotta keep this thing real and be yourself.
right.
Okay. Keep it Mr. Keep it real and be yourself.
Hmm.
You
That be you.
you that I know of,
Hmm.
it's like a revolving door. Number one, number two, number one, number two. I mean, we done at least counted to 100 at least that I know of.
Okay, in his defense, yes, I am going to defend you. Okay? In his defense, dating is the process of elimination, and he and I have talked about this before.
Right.
Dating is the process of elimination. Okay?
You're right.
You have to date enough people in your life to be able to hone your discernment and weed out the bullshit right away. So, yeah,
You
he probably
uh,
does have, people revolving it out around his dick. That's fine.
okay?
But when it gets to a point where he wants to be with whoever he's going to be with, he's going to be that perfect match and she's going to be that perfect match to him because he's already said, okay, I don't like lazy women. Okay, I don't like women that like too much money. She doesn't ride me right. I don't like that either. And then after a while, you're going to be able to check mark all those qualities that you can tolerate and the qualities that you like and
Right.
go, wow, she's I can't check anything off the list.
Right.
But, and there is a but, you also have to know exactly what you want.
I was gonna say
And
that.
that's the hardest part. And that's why you have to date these people. Because right away you're not looking for that one person when you're dating somebody. You're
But
trying to figure out if you can deal with whatever they bring it to the table.
these relationships are not dating.
Girl, I
These
know.
are these are uh,
It's
uh,
it's
let's
like
keep it
that.
real.
It's like that gas station. Come and go.
No,
It wasn't that.
it's not even come and go. These relationships are it's not dating. Because if you're dating, you're letting this one know that I'm not fully committed to you, that I'm seeing this one over here.
Exactly.
You being honest with
We
everybody.
we are not.
You're not being deceitful.
We're not mutually exclusive.
You're not being deceitful. You have to keep it real. You can't, I mean, what is it to hide? You your own man, so just say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. If this is what you want to do, that's fine. Me and you can do this, but I'm doing this when I have the opportunity. I'm just living right now."
And that's
So,
and that's and that's the thing
Some
is.
women though, some women ain't going for that, man. Trust
And
me,
guess what? And guess what?
they
so
ain't
that's
going for
why
that.
you tell a
And guess
lie.
what? And guess what? That's okay because
They
there's
ain't
eight
going for that.
billion people on this planet.
I
There's
know
somebody
that.
Exactly.
else that will like that. And that's what
Yeah.
people have to get in their heads. This person is not the only person on in Jacksonville. It's not the only person in Miami. It's not
Right.
even the only person in Florida.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, if that person doesn't like it, somebody else will. And that's why you have to date those different people
Yeah. Date, not be deceitful.
and
Date.
not fucking them.
Oh,
Okay.
that's out of that is out of the category.
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying.
He no, when
You
you
bring
said
sex into the. What do you say?
not when you said not fucking them, that's the opposite
But see, the thing
with
about it
him.
though is that that brings in a whole different dynamic of the relationship. You
Yeah,
don't want that part
but
until
I
listen,
you're ready for
listen,
that
listen,
part.
listen,
I
listen,
always tell
listen.
him that when you're having sex with different women, you're encountering a whole lot of different spirits
Right,
within your spirit.
right.
And that is not,
Those people don't realize that you
yeah,
do have a connection to somebody. It may not feel like it, but you do have a spiritual connection when you have sex with somebody.
Yeah, you do.
So that's why
That
you have
that's
to leave
only
that.
that. Hold on. That's only if you're not wearing a condom. If you wearing a condom, that's different.
No, it's not.
wait, wait, wait,
No,
wait, wait,
it's
wait,
not.
You not
It's
wait.
not.
What
exchanging
did you
body
say?
fluid.
No, it
Only
doesn't
if you
matter.
wearing.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Only if you're not wearing a condom. I think. But when you wearing
Dude,
a condom and not a
dude.
condom on, it's a different. It's different.
No, it's not the exchange of bodily fluids. It's exchange of energy.
Yeah, only
It
when
has
when you
nothing to
not
do.
wearing a condom.
It has nothing to do with, dude. How
I
do
don't
you
think.
think? How do you think
I don't
How do
think
you
so.
think your cell phone works in a house?
That's signal.
Exactly. Your body works the
Energy.
But
same way.
but listen,
Electricity.
if you got something on your thing and you're not getting the real feeling of a real woman, her what name? When you take that off, then you get the real feeling.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
But
not talking
it's just the
about.
same thing. Now I'm telling
No,
you, it's
it's
the
No,
not.
same
it's
No,
thing.
it's
not.
not. It's a spirit. It's a spiritual. It's an energy that people have. Everybody has their own energy. You feel it
Exactly.
when somebody mean walks in the door and they look at you, and they can have the biggest smile on their face, but you look at them and go, "She doesn't like me." Or maybe it's just women that have that. Maybe. I
But
mean,
you ain't really
it's
got to
not
be.
intuition.
You really ain't got to be in like fornicated with nobody in order to be able to be connected with them. You could just be with them and still get the connection from by them being
Exactly.
around you all the time.
Exactly. However, again,
Energy.
the
Like she said.
sex makes it more intense, even if you are
Yeah,
just friends. And
right.
you can have a condom on or not. It's the act, and it's the intimacy, and it's the energy. You can mark somebody without realizing that you've marked them,
Hmm.
even if you wear a condom or not. I've been marked plenty of times, and and
Oh,
they,
okay.
I am not kidding. When it's that thing that some just flashes in your head all of a sudden. I call it a rubber stamp moment. And what it does is that it's a the fleeting thought just pops in your head and it's gone.
Really?
But your body reacts to it.
I don't think I ever experienced that.
Yeah. I have been
But
standing in a grocery store line, and I'm just sitting there and I'm playing on my phone or whatever, and all of a sudden I queef because thought just hit my brain and left. And I was like, dang it. Now I gotta call him.
that's with anybody. That's with anybody.
But
That's with anybody.
that's the
That's not
thing.
even that happened with man and that happened with woman. That's anybody.
Right. But here's the thing though. It can happen to anybody. But if you're thinking about a certain person or that thought comes about that certain person, sometimes that thought becomes action.
Right.
Whereas if with other people you're like, oh yeah, that was a good time. And you've forgotten about it and you're going about your business.
Hmm.
That's a mark. That's how somebody marks you.
You can mark somebody just by saying one little thing to them. That you might just say one little word to them, and they may, and it just get glued to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It ain't always got to be
You
about like
think?
you trying to.
Do you really believe that you that good? You could say one thing to somebody.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends.
I done done it in my
It
past.
depends.
Oh, I know you have done it. I don't know how, but you.
But it
Well,
listen. You can see a woman that you want. Like listen, right? When I used to be doing
you
that back
said I
in my
don't know
days, right?
how.
when I just see a woman, I'm like, damn, I'm like, damn, I want to get behind that. Just like that. Just like that now.
That's your favorite word. Get behind that. You right.
Okay. When I say I want to get behind that, what you think she gonna do? She gonna let me get behind her. So it's
She's
her
like,
choice if she gonna get with the program or she ain't gonna get with the program.
right. What I'm talking about, okay. All right. I'm going to give you an example out of my own personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2004. I was married, had an
Mm-hmm.
affair, met him at the hotel. And we're playing verbal tennis like we always do. Get into that. He leans over in my ear and he says, deep. God, he has such a wonderful but he's married now. He had one of those low, not so much raspy voice, but for the size he was, he had a really deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, and this is the exact quote, I will make sure that you never forget me.
Mm.
Face to face. This is not doggy style. This is not sideways. This is not I'm riding him. I mean, this is missionary. And what year is this? 24? Yeah, we've been friends for 20 years.
So what he told you still stuck with you.
You say that.
I remember the exact moment. I
She
can't
said
even
they've
mention
been friends for 20
we've been
years.
friends for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
I mean, often, and after I got divorced, I mean, we hit it off and on,
Mm-hmm.
but we will, we've also, you know, he's met my kids. He spent the night at my house, at my apartment. You know, we became more than what we were, 15, 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but that part stayed with me. If it wasn't for the fact that he was a Sagittarius,
Them Sagittarius some nasty motherfuckers, boy. Boy, they some nasty motherfuckers.
Yes, they
actually,
are.
actually, Leos. Leo's actually topped the list on that one. I don't like.
Leo's full of tricks. Leo's full of tricks. They like to play tricks and shit. That's what they full of.
Actually, it's
The
not so much
game.
that they play a trick. They're
The
more.
game.
It's not even. Well, it is kind of a game, but it's more like if you aren't on their intellectual level, you would not get it.
Yeah, true.
My ex husband's a Leo,
Yeah, I dated
and I'm smarter than
mostly
he is,
Leo
so he
men,
never could pass a game on me anyway. Yeah, those Leos are like that. But
but they
yeah,
don't like it when you outdo them and outbeat they tricks and tricks.
I spent a year and a half trying to get divorced from that man, and
Mm.
everything he tried failed
I,
because
I
I
think
was,
I
I
think
was
I
two
think
steps ahead of
I
him.
think I think I think you still love him.
I only like him enough because we have two absolutely beautiful creatures that came from my loins, and that's the only reason I still talk to him because he has our kids.
Right. Right.
But yes, you mark somebody. That those are the ones that become stalkers.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
those are the
the
ones that
people
become
that
stalkers.
stalk you is you mark them basically.
Yes, the ones that keep coming back for you, and you've already moved on, but they haven't. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's marked. They're
yeah.
marked. Condom or no condom, you mark them because it's the energy that you transfer when you have sex. There is actually a an affirmation
Mm-hmm.
that you can say, and I haven't done it. I just read about it because there's not anybody I want to be tied to right about now. But there's an affirmation that a person can say while they're having sex, while they're having an orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
There's what
That
now? Say that again.
an
I
affirmation, an
uh-huh.
affirmation that you can say when you're having
Okay.
sex with somebody, like the
Okay.
law of attraction that we were talking about the other day.
Mhm.
And what you would say? I love you, baby.
No, 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 no.
You so
Well,
stupid.
hey, I mean, if that works, absolutely. If it works, go for it. I mean, like, hey, if that's what you need,
Or
I'm just saying
but
what you
there
say.
is,
The distraction.
it's oh man, I'm gonna have to, I will have to look it up now because of course I do, because only because I mentioned it. But yes, you can actually bond to somebody having sex with them.
Yeah, you could.
And
And them motherfuckers be hard to get rid of them too. It'd be hard.
yeah, especially if it's somebody you don't want.
Shit. I mean, I had like this girl I talked to a long time ago. I talked to that girl way long back in 90, what, 90 something. Man, I don't know how that girl got my goddamn number. She still harassed me to the call my phone, harassing me all the goddamn time. Right? And I say, God damn, you've been dead for about 20 something years. You calling me. I said, you were like a parasite. You died and came back. I'm like,
I
man,
don't know
shit.
about Parasite, but it sounds more like a phoenix to me.
That's a parasite there. That's a parasite. You can't get rid of that motherfucker there.
Okay,
Oh,
this was posted on the Ashley Diana website
hmm,
on February 22nd of 2021. The title says 36 affirmations for mind-blowing sex life. Have you ever heard the quote? Oh, it says, why your mindset matters, the energy of desire. Have you ever heard the quote, good sex starts outside of the bedroom? What this means is that attraction, desire, and lust begin between partners long before the physical act of sex occurs. Let me scroll down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Positive affirmations for sexual confidence. One is I embrace my sexuality and my sensuality. I am desirable, playful, and seductive in and out of the bedroom. I drive my partner wild. Now, those are ones that you know, tell yourself to make sure that you're, nice and comfortable in the bedroom. Then there's positive affirmations for a satisfying sex life. Uh, One good one says, I am masterful in creating sexual attraction and desire between my partner and I. My libido is awake and alive.
but
That is actually one of them.
but
Let's see if I can
you know what
find.
plays in part of that? Spontaneous. Spontaneous play a lot of part in that too.
As long as you're not having a battle of wit with somebody who's unarmed. Hold on. I'm going to find it because, oh, videos. Nice.
So, but what something else I want to ask you about? Okay, the topic, right? So if y'all lovers and friends, if the person just do it one time, right? Then the friend want to continue.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
the
Okay,
friend one.
so what if you and a friend do it one time, but the friend want to continue it,
You tell
but
them no.
but you just don't want to do it. How you gonna deal with that situation then?
You tell
What?
them no.
Already know if you don't want to do it, why would you keep doing something you don't want to do?
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry. That was really nice. And, I had a really good time, but I don't think it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And
And,
I didn't enjoy it or something.
Mm-hmm.
well,
I'm gonna
actually,
tell you if I ain't enjoyed it.
believe it or not, I would actually leave whether it was good or not out of it
Mm-hmm.
to say, yeah, I, we did what we did and it was okay, that we did it. I just don't think it's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? It's not going to work for me. You don't even have to explain why. And that's what most people get hung up on. They feel that they have an
Some people,
obligation to explain what they're feeling, but that's like asking somebody if they're uncomfortable that you're sitting there poking them. They
Mhm.
can't say why they're uncomfortable, but they're very uncomfortable with you sitting there poking them.
but the other person who you telling that to on the receiving end may not be actually receiving what you're telling them, and that's when things can get uh
Heated. He take
Yeah,
pretty,
it,
yeah,
it can
heated.
they
it
could
can
turn to
be
stuff.
it can be
Because
Mhm.
absolutely.
like you said previously, people hate being rejected. People don't
Hmm.
like being rejected, and that's
And
just
that actually goes back to dating more than one person so you can feel that energy before you fuck them.
yeah. But some people
Because you're
don't care.
discerning.
Some people don't care about feeling the energy. They thinking with something down there, so they just dive into whatever. They don't
You're,
care
you're you're not
because that
wrong.
they
You're
done
not
scored
wrong.
they goal because that's all they main priority is to score
And,
a point.
and nowadays, that's actually true because
But you could you
things
could
have
you could you
changed
could
so
read a
much.
woman. You could read a woman by sitting there talking to her, so you'll know if she something. You could fill her out right then and there, her energy, and see how she. You know.
How can you feel out what you?
That depends on the woman.
No,
I
listen,
was going to say
listen.
elaborate on that.
I have a spirit that tell me about a woman. Like if I'm out with, if I'm when I was in my time when I'm out with a woman and I'm just talking to her face to face, my spirit is telling me about her, everything
Okay,
about
Okay,
so
her.
what your spirit telling you
about
about
me.
me right now? What your spirit telling you?
That hold on.
I already know.
Oh, I can
See, that's
tell
the thing. I already know.
What? What
I
his
already know.
spirit?
No, I already know what your spirit is.
Me?
Hmm.
What? Tell me. I want to hear.
You like to be wooed, just like most women, but you also like a guy who can be either a gentleman or a savage.
Oh,
But he
savage.
has to be, intuitive to your own needs because that sometimes you can be shy. Sometimes you're very shy. It just depends on his energy. If he's one of
Really?
those guys that are really, strong and dominant, then you'll be like, yeah, pull my hair, please. But if he's a nice gentle guy, then you would go for it, and you can take the lead. You know,
Take advantage.
well that too. The thing about it is that you can go either way. You
Uh-oh.
can,
Hold up, my phone went there.
depending on the energy of the person that you're
Oh,
with.
oh, I lost y'all. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes, we
you.
can. I can see you too.
Oh, Lord. I done lost them.
You still on? No, that you just got to cut your camera back on.
Okay,
There
I
you go.
got it. Y'all, I'm back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, there you are.
yeah.
But yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
depending
so
on his energy, you can either take the lead or you can actually follow.
you must be reading people because you are
Shit.
on the money.
I
She run
can.
them all. She run over all of them. So shit.
No, I
I
don't.
can. I
I
can.
hope
And then the thing about it
I
is
don't run people off. I
part
just
of
don't
it
tolerate stuff.
part of it is the energy that she brings out, and the other half is that she's a Capricorn.
Mhm.
And if I knew your moon sign, I would actually even know more. But that's what I learned today, by the way. Um,
Moon sign, and you got to teach me about
yeah,
it. I
that's
want.
that's all in astrology and stuff like that. I got an app
Okay,
called Nebula,
okay.
and I actually was looking at my horoscope for the day, and the picture that comes up, it tells you your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascending, and all that other stuff. And I'm like, moon sign. Let me Google that. And so I did, and I learned something, and I was like, nice, okay. Your moon sign is your inward personality. Like your sun sign is your core personality. Your moon sign is the personality that you have private with people that you adore and you love and in your own bedroom. And your
Yeah.
ascending is what you show everybody else.
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
learning something from you.
But you ain't
Hey,
get the Mars. You ain't get.
I learned that too.
But you ain't get the planets yet, though.
Oh
Huh?
no, no, those
The
are
planets. The planets.
my planet is Saturn.
So
Yeah.
it's two planets you have, not one.
Uh, I forgot what the other one was.
See, I'm lost.
There is, but yeah, most of the stuff I learned I've googled.
Okay.
uh, but like I said, I was on the app is called Nebula, and I
Yeah.
downloaded it like 4 or 5 years ago, and
Uh,
probably maybe every other week. No, I don't even think I look at it that much.
Mhm.
I might look at it maybe 3 times a month,
Mhm.
and I paid for this app.
Yeah.
Go figure.
oh, okay.
But the thing about people, as far as the subject matter is concerned, is you gotta actually make those boundaries
Mhm.
and stick to them because again, people don't like to be rejected. And if you, like I
Exactly.
said, if you date enough people, you can walk into a church
Mhm.
and pick people out and say, okay,
Mhm.
no, I'm not gonna talk to her because she's gonna be clingy. No, I'm not gonna talk to her either because she's gonna be aggressive. You'll be able to feel that,
Yeah.
but you have to be able to expose yourself to a lot of different personalities.
But you can feel that by the person conversation though, how they talk.
Yeah,
How they talk can tell you who if they're aggressive and how they is though. If you
Not
really
all the time.
shit, yes it
Some
do.
people put on the front at the beginning.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah they
there's a
do.
lot of masks out there.
Yeah, they put the mask on. When that
That's right.
mask come off, god damn, you be like, what the fuck I done got involved with?
Hey,
That shit
uh,
crazy.
I got away with a lot of things in high school because a lot of people thought I was Miss Innocent.
Yeah.
You was Miss Innocent. I try to be Miss
No, I
Innocent.
was I was Miss Innocent. I was not Miss Innocent,
Mm.
but I let people think I was Miss Innocent, and that's how I got over.
Me too. I
Because I'm
think
not
I
because
think
if
I'm
you
sort of
think
like that too.
if you think I'm just the sweetest little thing, I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna try and change your mind.
Hmm.
I'm gonna let you
Not at
think.
all.
I'm gonna let you think what you want to think.
Hmm.
Exactly.
I
That's
can
that's
read
like
him.
you can't read me. This can't read me.
Well, oh,
Well, she already knows you though, so
She know me. That's no. We knew each other for a long time. For
yeah,
some years, not some years. Some years, been some long, long
you're
times.
you're you're not looking for Mrs. Right. You're looking for Madam Right
Mhm.
madam.
because she's not just somebody that's going to be able to cohabitate with you and make you feel good and cook for you and you guys are a team.
Hmm.
You're looking for somebody that can, as they say, be a freak in the sheets.
Hmm. Oh, not
A
me.
lot.
Not me.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
she
about
talking to you.
when, yeah, you.
Oh, I love me a freak now. You know that's when I was. Yeah, I love me a freak.
Don't say when you was,
When
No,
I
no, no.
was shit, when I
cause
was
you
really like
still
moving.
But see, here's the thing though. A lot of that is still in you. You just being more specific on who you're giving it to.
exactly.
And that's the difference.
See,
And
she know you too.
we all have it in us.
Yeah,
But
me too.
you have learned the lessons and you have honed your discernment to a point where you're being specific on who you want that to go to.
All right.
But, and that's a big
He
but.
should have thought of that about 20 years ago. Then he wouldn't be in a lot of the predicaments that he's in and was in and has been in.
But you know
Shit,
what? A lot of
I done
that
got
is
I got my way up out of all that predicament.
But
No,
see,
you didn't.
a lot of that is because we are not honest with our own feelings about anything.
Hmm.
Because I tell
Hmm.
everybody today, if I had been really honest about my own feelings about our marriage, I would have divorced my ex husband in 2001.
Hmm.
Ooh,
But I was 31 years old, so it's like yeah, he's the only thing I got in my life, and I moved all the way up here to Jacksonville to be with him, and I don't know. I was at that point where I really did not know that I could survive on my own without him, and
Mm.
so I stayed. And then
How
I got
long
to a
were you
point,
all married?
24 years.
Oh, that's a long time. Yeah.
Yep, got married in '93, got divorced in 2017.
But you know that
Wow.
always, but what comes in with that, like people scared to start over.
That was the other thing, because that means that I couldn't live in the house I was in. I wasn't going to my sister's because she was married, um, and I would have had to come home, which was the last thing I wanted to
Right,
do. And I wound up here anyway.
right,
But yeah, a lot of that was I was afraid to that start off. And seeing the thing about it, it would have been way easier because we didn't have any children.
right,
Yeah, our first child didn't come until 2006.
right.
So
Mm.
But starting over, it's like you got to get to know another person mindset, how they act, and all that. That's sometimes that shit could be a headache though.
So
weird.
what are your pet peeves about the right? Like she said, what she said, matter
What it what
looking
it
for.
Yeah, Madam Right.
Okay,
What is the one thing? Well, I won't say one thing, but what is the main thing
Uh huh.
that you would not tolerate in a relationship? And don't say we're not talking about money here.
Hmm.
Okay? We're not talking about
Okay.
money. We're talking
Okay.
about attitudes, we're talking about personas, we're talking about, habits.
We talking. I'm talking like disrespect. You know what I mean? Disrespect. That's number one. Can't hear you.
I'm still trying to eat.
somebody keep calling me. I'm sorry. Um, how can I stop the
Disrespect.
calls from coming through when
You can't.
You
That's
no?
what.
have to you have to turn your well yeah, you have to turn your thingy off. Your
Hold up, my son
you
is
go in
doing
airplane
something.
mode.
Yeah, definitely, man. She ain't gonna be
Well,
able to get on
not
it.
airplane mode, but
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
my son put it on do not disturb.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
oh, here you go. Um,
Um,
well, I think everybody wants respect in a relationship. I'm talking about specifically to you.
Respect. That's number one.
Okay, let's
but
throw that one out. What
you
else?
have to give respect too.
Yeah. You listen. You treat
Okay,
somebody. Or listen. You treat the person the way they want to be treated. Like if they treat you good, you're gonna treat them good. If they treat you fucked up, you're gonna treat them fucked up.
That's not true.
So
that's
it's
not.
really listen. It's
But
really like, hold on, we got somebody else coming in.
hey, I gotta.
Oh,
No, it's the other way around. Because
who's this?
Good evening. Good evening. How you doing?
hey, hey, we can we hello, hello, hello.
I'm doing fine. Who else we got on here?
I
Oh,
like
okay.
her. What's your name again? I'm sorry,
Hi, Patricia. But
Patricia.
everybody calls me the real Ebony Queen.
Okay,
We
real
got
Ebony
we
Queen.
got we got that baby
That
Brown.
baby.
That baby Brown over here.
Who is this that joined us?
That's my cousin.
Well, why is he hiding?
I think you're working.
He's on his phone. He's probably
Cousin,
working.
cousin, we want to see your face.
Here's the thing.
You want to see my face?
Yes,
You want to see my face?
yes.
Okay. Wait a minute.
I'm eating, so I don't want anybody to see my face. I saw a meme that says a
Can you see
woman.
face now?
Hey, good
Yeah,
to
let me
see you
see your face.
again.
What's going on?
Hey,
Hey, cuz.
cousin, how you
Hey,
doing?
cuz. Okay, I'm doing fine. What we talking about?
The topic for the night is
Valentine's
it's
special.
a Valentine's special. Is it possible to be lovers and friends?
Or singles awareness night.
Wow. Wow. You know, I
But
think
here's the thing.
if you wise, you will remain friends. If you wise, friendships forever. But you can be foolish if you want to too. So
So what's the
everybody's different.
definition? So what's your definition of friendship then? Because that's
Oh,
different thing. That's different for everybody.
yeah. Friendship is where you can be for real, be not judging each other, you know, and just be there for one another, emotionally, mentally, that type of thing. So because when you take it beyond that, that's when things get real blurry and messed up. So 'cause
Mm-hmm.
that's just the short of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So but some people do take it beyond that, so and they have to deal with those consequences. So so
So, does that entail being honest with your own feelings
yeah,
and making sure that you, when
yeah,
you talk to your partner or your friend, that you maintain that honesty?
yeah. But have that, like I call it, agreements. You both adults. You do adult things. Have agreements and stay within those boundaries of that
Boundaries.
agreement. That's all.
Boundaries.
You know. You know. Before marriage, that's what type of agreements that I had. And they work out fine because um, yeah, all the ladies that I met much younger and stuff like that. I have a good relationship still with them. If I were to meet them, we can kind of like still be very, very real with each other and it's very, very um, accepting each other because we understand the boundaries and we stay there. So, but a lot of people can't handle that. So
Right.
they want to change. They agree to stuff. They want to change it down the fly. So that you can't do that.
Yeah. That's true.
So you adult. You do adult things. You deal with the adult consequences. But
Right.
so because I'm not going to stay on it long.
I
I just
know.
wanted to peep in because like I said, I shared the link with some other folks, and I was hoping these other folks join.
Right.
And several of them were women because I like to hear the women's side of it,
Right.
as well of the topics that we discuss here. So,
Right.
you know, so
Mm-hmm.
why
Right.
does that person got sunglasses on? Is that a movie star? Or somebody, that's somebody, that's
Of
some
course
famous
I
person.
am. Of course I
You know,
of course I am
and
a movie star.
That's right.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's like looking off fab and everything,
Yeah.
popping,
Yeah.
you know, so,
Get it popping. Get it popping.
you know,
Hey, you know, see, let your cousin up on here, he takes over, man. I'm gone.
So what cousin is this?
That's my cousin on my daddy's side.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Hi
You can
cousin on
tell it's the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm
hi
a,
cousin on your daddy's
I'm an
side.
older cousin.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
of
I'm
course
older,
I can see
you
that.
know. Yeah, his dad was maybe 3.5 years older than me.
Okay.
His dad, in fact, his dad taught me work ethic. When we were kids running around over town and stuff, that's where I spent my time with his dad.
Okay.
Ooh,
We used to go hit mango trees. Y'all know
Ooh,
what that's all about.
yes.
mango tree, the cherry
Ooh,
bushes.
ooh, ooh.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, if you know what that's about, and we, in fact, I was thinking about it earlier today. One time, us, his dad was we was over town. His dad was across the street, and I was on the other side of the street, and I saw his dad had a bag full of mangoes and on over his shoulder and stuff. And I was so excited. I ran across the street. I got hit by a car. This was like on 17th
Oh,
Damn.
Oh,
Street between Second Court and Third Avenue.
wow.
If you're familiar
oh,
with that area.
wow,
So,
I know what you're talking
wow.
about.
yeah, I got hit by a car. So but it knocked me down, got back up, kept running. So so
That was by Cottons.
but
Mhm.
hmm?
That was
That's
by
about
What you
Cottons.
say?
that was about
That was
Cotton,
by
right there.
Cottons.
17 to Third Avenue. That's right where my uncle stayed in the
Yeah,
apartment. Right
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
know about
there. What you
cotton, huh?
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew about
Okay.
cotton before cotton's cotton.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
'Cause because like I say, we're you're talking about the 50s and 60s over town.
Hmm.
See, cotton wasn't rolling like cotton back in the 60s.
Okay.
He only came about in the late 80s, the late 70s and the early 80s.
Yeah, that's when I came. I was born in the late 70s.
Yeah, so but you know, You just force the relationships, lovers, friendships, friends. You just got to stay in those boundaries and stick to the agreements and be adults about it.
Right.
Hmm.
So
There you go.
a lot of people don't want to do that. So
Hmm.
Well, yeah, I was saying earlier that um, the hard conversations have to be had, but a lot of people don't like being rejected. Um, yeah, as I said,
hey,
you
that's life.
set your boundaries,
That's life.
and if they do
Yeah.
reject you, there's 7,799,999,999 other people out there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've been in situations where you at a spot. You may see, like in my case, see the young lady with her so-called man or whoever she with. Hey, I know my boundaries,
Right.
and when we're together, we're together. When we ain't together, we ain't together. You just gotta
Right.
respect that.
Right.
That,
Exactly.
that's the
So
whole walking by them and not even acknowledging them when they're with somebody else.
Right.
I don't even
mhm.
know you.
Well, it don't even have to be that. You don't even have to be that. It's just your boundaries, and real people know other people.
Hmm.
You just know your boundaries. You
Right.
speak. Keep it moving.
Right.
You gotta like get. Just like a lot of ladies like to laugh about it. That nigga bought me a drink, and now I can't get rid of it. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on. You know.
Hey,
I mean, you send the drinks over and you puff. You gone. You go on doing your thing. Whatever.
Right. Right.
So
yeah, that's that's
but
a that's a that's the that's a lot of
mhm,
people's conversation
mhm.
starters.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
can I buy you a drink?
So I'm saying cause they were saying that I'm thinking about man, my uncle man. What they were saying is that she was saying Patricia was saying that you gotta date different people in order to be able to find out if that's the one. You think that's right?
I was
well, that's the
the
only way you're gonna learn. Because you got to
the
learn about
term.
yourself and learn about other people.
Right.
Yeah, I said dating
You
is the
got to have that
process of elimination.
experience.
Right.
You know, shoot. Society has a way of messing up people, and I say they but society want to tell you you should go about it this way or go about it that way, and sometimes you find out if you did go about it this way or that way, that doesn't benefit you. So
Hmm.
does that mean you're supposed to still try to do it that way? Hell no.
Right.
You
Uh,
go about it the way you want to go about it to
And the
get
way
what you
it
want.
works, the way it works for you and whoever,
yep,
that's the way you go about it.
Yeah,
would be.
yeah. So you know, and like I say, you got to find out what works for you and be
Right.
real with yourself.
Right.
So but you got to have some experience. You got to get into it to experience different things. You got to
Mm.
do that because you don't know what's out there unless you have those experiences.
Right.
So you got to have experience. So,
And
but
one of the
for me, the friendships are the best. You know,
Definitely, they're
because
the best.
are the best.
yeah,
And
You don't
and
owe
well,
no
and with the
explanation.
friendship,
You
if you
can talk about
if you decide to
the
go beyond that,
yeah,
that's y'all still understand it's just a friendship. You know,
exactly.
But
that's the
but
best.
cuz check this. Some women say when they talk, oh, that's my friend, but they sleeping with each other. How
that's
they
none
could
of
be
your
your
business.
friend? I'm just saying.
That's the truth.
That's none of
How they
your
could be
business.
your
That's
friend
not
if y'all
that.
sleeping
That's
together? No,
none
I'm
of
Now,
trying to
your
figure
let me
out.
tell you
business.
something.
That is none of your
Okay,
business.
Now,
cuz,
there's two
okay,
type of friends. Now, is a friend
So you
without.
don't sleep with your
okay,
friend?
cuz, let me tell you
Hell
I
something
got
about
no.
that.
friends I sleep with.
Hell no.
Huh?
Cuz,
Yeah.
cuz, if she tells you that, you better accept that in the sense that that ain't the one for you.
Right. I,
She just told you that's my friend,
yeah, I know. I'm
Hey,
just
and
saying.
and then
Like
you know
I've
what? And you
heard
know
anything
people
what?
for
say
you.
that.
And right behind that is that discernment that I was telling you about.
Hmm.
If she comes out like that, and you feel that gut punching, like, oh God, this feels weird. Run. Just run.
But I'm just saying, like, you got some people, they just, I don't heard women say that, oh, that's my friend, like, to somebody else by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, I heard that. But it's two type of friends. It could be
Yeah.
friends with
Here's
benefits
a
and friend,
here
just a friend. You know what I'm saying? So,
here's the interesting thing
Mhm.
about that part, okay? If a person is really a friend, they don't have to say it.
Mhm. Hey, I'm gonna step out for a second here, okay?
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like, you know how they say strong men don't have to say they're strong and beautiful women don't have to say they're beautiful? It's the same thing. If they have to qualify who that person is,
mhm.
they're more than a friend. Because
No, I'm just saying, like,
I'm
you know,
gonna
y'all.
tell you, I got friends all over Facebook.
Mhm.
Friends. I have,
Right,
I won't say friends, but I have a few friends on Facebook that nobody has any idea that they're my friends.
right. Yeah, I know that too.
So, yeah, if she says, yeah, that's my friend, no, run. If
But you
she
get
says
you,
it like that,
but you getting what I was saying though, because I
mhm.
done heard people say, "Oh, that's my friend," but that friend with benefits. Then you got friends without benefits.
Well, and that's true. I mean, I do
But
have male
that
friends,
depends on what
but
they want to
but
do.
here's the
But you
thing,
got,
though.
hold on now,
Okay,
but you got some friends, some women that be saying that's my friend, but they wanted to be more with benefits, but that other person don't want it to be with benefits
well, let's put
unless
it
you
this way.
tell them.
Okay, if they don't mention an actual name,
Hmm.
then that's a friend with benefits.
Right.
Because I can mention people that I'm friends with, guys that I'm
What
friends
what
with,
kind of
and
benefits
they're
you
my
mean?
friends.
You mean SSI benefits or
Got them SNAP benefits, baby.
SSI food stamp? What benefits you talking about?
We're talking the horizontal tango,
Oh, okay.
the
Uh-huh.
cowgirl, or the reverse cowgirl, or as I used to be called, 8 seconds.
Okay.
I was in a motorcycle club, and we were really, really close friends. And we had one day we were in Myrtle Beach, and we were saying that everybody has their signature move,
Hmm.
the one move that you can do to your partner that just makes them absolutely crazy.
Hmm.
And so we had, let's see, we had a recoil, we had the flying palomalu, we
Hmm.
had the
Flying
oh god, what is it? Um, oh man, I can't think of. Mine was 8 seconds
8 seconds. Okay.
because I like to ride.
Ooh.
So 8 seconds. Um, there was one that I
You
had with
must
my
have
ex
some good
boyfriend.
knees. You must have some good knees.
I used to.
And and
I will.
strong.
I will.
What
I
did I just
will.
miss here?
I will. I will as
She
soon as
says
I get
she's
these
called
shots.
eight. She says she's called 8 seconds
So in the
because she
club that
liked
I
to
was
ride.
in, we all had we had a running basically it's a running gag that everybody has their signature move that their that gets their partner just makes them drive them crazy. And we had recoil, we had flying palomalu, um, untamed gorilla. That's the one I was thinking of. Untamed
Untamed
gorilla.
gorilla. Okay.
I was 8 seconds. Um, my ex boyfriend was capital R. Uh, yeah. So, and yeah, I did have good. Yeah, still there. I'm working my way back. But there was a meme that I saw that said, a woman will treat you the way she wants to be treated, and then she'll treat you the way you treat her. So, in the
Exactly.
beginning of the relationship, she will actually treat you the way that she would like to be treated. Now, me personally, I don't do well with hints, allegations, innuendo, and assumptions. So I'm the type of person like, okay, hey, look, we're here. What do you want me to do? And I'll tell you if I'll do it or not. Simple as that. But there's a lot of people out there that won't do that. So that unspoken, body language and whatnot that women do because we're the emotional people. I really hate being called that because guys don't realize that anger is an emotion.
Mm.
A woman will treat you the way she wants to be treated, and then she'll treat you how you treat her. Which is where I was going. What I
That
was going to
depends.
say, where
I
you
think
were
that
saying,
depends if there's no agenda in mind.
well, exactly, exactly. I mean, if there's
Don't
reciprocation,
fill it up.
if there's reciprocation back and forth, then yeah, you're going to have a wonderful time. But if she's doing all the giving and he's, just like, oh yeah, this is great, and not reciprocating, then it's going to get to a point where she's going to act just like you.
So okay, like for example, I'm finna say. So like I always tell people, like if whatever grade A you put in, that's grade A you get out. If you put in zero, you're gonna get zero. You get what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
with some women, they want to put in just a little bit, and they expect to get 100 out of it. You get what I'm saying? Out of you. So that's where the problem comes in. At
Nah,
No,
sort of,
what happened?
sort of.
A man's supposed to be a man regardless. And once that woman, I'm talking about a woman, not a fling or a girl or
The hoochie
somebody
mama
that's
girl,
not knowing, that's unsure about
Miss
who
Peachy.
they are. Not
okay.
talking about that. I'm talking about a woman. Once a woman knows and can feel comfortable and safe dealing with that man and showing him things and doing things that he desires for her to do, then he'll, it'll be like the best relationship. So some people, they want to take but they don't want to give. They want to take but they don't want to give.
Hmm.
So
And
I'm a
that's that.
giver. I'm a
Yeah,
giver from the beginning. But when you start just taking, and I'm not talking about finances. I'm talking about like
right.
overall. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're just
reciprocation.
taking, and I'm not getting anything back or halfway or a little this and that. I'm not even going to be interested in you at all.
Yep, and that's the thing. It is truly about reciprocation. I
Mhm.
can, as long as I'm feeling like I'm being loved, and I feel like I am getting from you what I need from you, I'll give you all day long.
Hmm.
I'm just that kind of person.
Yes,
Um,
exactly.
Positive feedback makes me go to the moon.
Mm.
You tell me I'm doing a good job, I'm gonna keep on doing a good job. That's just how my brain works. It's how
Right.
my brain works.
Right.
But again, there people have not really understood the concept of the subjugation of women. How women is supposed to be uh, sub, submissive to a man.
Hmm.
A lot of people don't understand what that means. And a lot of people were like, "Oh gosh, I know I'll never be submissive to no right now." No, it's not like that. If you read the Bible, in the Bible, it says that the man is the king and the woman is the crown upon his head. What that means is, yes, the man is the decision maker in the household.
Right.
However, he will not make any decisions without, not without consorting with his closest advisor, which just happens to be his queen.
Hmm.
So it's not that he is going to go arbitrarily go out there and make decisions without having a discussion with his wife or his girlfriend or his living lover or whatever. That's not how it works. And once that is established, that he knows how to lead in that way, she will submit to him because it's not subjugation. He's not stepping on her. He's not pushing her around. He's not bossing her around or anything. They are a partnership. And once they realize that they have that partnership becomes symbiotic, he'll ask her, hey, I need to do this. What do you think about it? And she's like, well, this, that, and the other. Now, he's going to go and make a decision, but he's going to confront, he's going to consort with her first because she might have a different point of view about what he wants to do. And maybe it like, well, maybe I shouldn't do that, you know. But that's how that works. The whole submit to man thing. It's not submission as in you're bossing her around or she's being, subjugated or subservient. It's he's the king, the head of the household, and she is the crown upon his head, or in this case, the cap. And that's how it's supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work.
So
And
what you do?
a lot of
No,
people misunderstand that. And believe it or not, I learned that after I got divorced.
so what you do with some women that want to be the man and the woman of the relationship? Because you got some that want to be the man and the woman. They want to
People
tell
will
Well,
you
they
what
got
to
issues.
do.
people will only do to
They got
you
issues.
what you let them do.
They got issues when they want to do that. They got issues. Just
They got
period.
issues.
Now I
Issues.
They don't
will
know
tell
nothing
you,
about a relationship.
I will tell you that well, and the thing about it is like I did learn a lot of things in the 24 years I was married to one person. Um, I did, and I'm fully admitting this. Okay, um, I know that I did some emasculation, but in my defense, um, it was because I couldn't trust him. I could not trust him to put us into a direction where it was good for the entire family. He was a narcissist. Oh, sorry, he was
You
narcissistic.
what?
He hasn't been died. Narcissistic.
Yeah, but you knew that before y'all got
No, I
married,
didn't.
though.
No.
Oh,
See,
okay. You
we
didn't. You
dated. We
didn't.
dated for a
You
year.
didn't know about personalities and things like that.
No, I was 23.
Okay.
So, and that's where that's the other thing I was saying is that dating is a process of elimination. I learned that from being married to one person for 24 years. If I had known all of that I learned after I got divorced, if I can go back to when I was 22, I would have walked out of that auto tag agency because up until that point, my longest relationship was a year and a half.
You know.
A year and a half.
Well, well, as you know, well, you know, young lady with the glasses doesn't know that I've been
What?
married for over 35 years,
Oh yeah, he was on before.
and I have, in fact, I even have friendships with females, platonic friendships, or with females for over 40 years. And along the way with those friendships and yeah, just life itself, going to college and stuff like that, you learn classes, you learn about people and personalities and things like that.
Yes.
And that's good information to have because um, it kind of give you an insight of why people do what they do. So
Yeah.
and but if you're not armed with that, you kind of go on dealing with these relationships unarmed. You think
Right.
that that's okay when it's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, in the old day, in the you can say for grandmas, grandmas and granddads, that was a totally different society.
Facts.
But the end result made up for a whole lot. Whereas I would say from the 80s on up and stuff, a lot of people, period, is not equipped with the information and knowledge about personalities and dealing with people. And they end up learning the hard way.
Right.
So, which is, but that's just one of those life things. But your gut tells you when it's not right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your gut tells you
True that.
that inner
Right.
voice, so to speak.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. That's your guardian angel tell you that.
It's your gut.
You know,
Absolutely. I have a lot of personal
so
experience with that. And that's where I went back to if
mhm.
I had been honest with my own feelings back in 2001, I would have divorced my ex husband then. That's what told me. And I ignored it.
Hmm.
I completely ignored it.
You know,
Just like when
And
I got in a relationship, my past relationship, and at the beginning, the spirit said to me that she could be a good friend, but not you can't be with her. She's a good friend, but not you just can't be with her.
yeah.
And look, I still went and been be with her, and it turned out it turned up fucked up at the end.
Well, and
And
that's what we said. We didn't know any better.
and then the spirit said, "Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Now you
that's
got
that,
to go through
that that's that
what
karma.
I told you." Yeah.
Yeah, that's that karma.
So yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But let's get back to the topic.
Is it
Um,
possible to be lovers and friends?
Lovers and friends.
Actually, it is.
It's
I
good to
say
be
it is.
friends before you be lovers, because you got something else to work with.
Right.
Hmm.
You know, and if you just can't contain yourself and you want to take it, you just want to take it to the physical level and stuff like that. Be
Gimme,
honest
gimme,
with
gimme.
yourself.
Can't
That's all it was.
contain.
Hey, that's it. That's it. Because the thing
Be
is
honest with
that, yeah, the thing about it is that life is too short to be unhappy.
Right.
And if the person has the best personality in the world, you like hanging out with them, you like talking to them, but their sex is trash, you got to make a decision to make.
Right.
Because yeah, and you got to, and a lot of people have to realize that is
So
that.
when you keep having sex with somebody, if you have a connection with them, will you continue to have sex with them, knowing that this person is probably not the one that I would be with because of
I'm gonna
past
catch up with you
issues?
guys in a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna step out.
Okay,
Okay,
take care,
okay.
guys. That all
So,
depends. That all depends on your goals, really. Like
well,
for
you,
example, I
you
have the
probably don't have any goals. Like, I'm talking about for that specific friendship relationship. You probably don't have any goals. You just
well,
going with the flow. You just go with the flow and go with the flow and go with the flow, that you don't have really any expectations, any, you're not expecting to get anything out of it, because this time has went by so long that you haven't gotten anything out of it. So you just like, I'm not even looking for nothing out of this. And
so wait now. Was this from I'm going into this not expecting anything, or was this well I hope something will happen, but since it hasn't,
oh well,
right? Is that what it is? It's like I
yeah,
hope some.
that's
Okay, yeah,
mhm,
that hurts.
But maybe
yeah.
you gotta tell that person what you want, and maybe if you tell that person, maybe they'll understand what you want out of just what the situation is, and
No,
Okay,
maybe
you can't get what you
it
don't
would
ask for.
change. You never know.
You can't get what you don't ask for.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta let this person know what you want.
if you know the person, you know. Now you know what, I'm gonna take that back. I'm not gonna say there's no changing with that person. I personally just believe that so many things has happened to turn your nose to like,
Oh,
like
yeah,
you
okay.
just did
I
way
see.
too much over there. Like you
Well,
just
and
went
there's actually nothing wrong with that. I mean, for the most part, sometimes you just gotta get you. I mean, there is such a thing as post nut clarity.
like,
So, I mean, yeah, you can have a dead end relation. You can have a dead end sexual relationship as long as you recognize that it's a dead end sexual relationship and not breaking your
exactly.
own heart.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, as long as it's mutual, like okay, yeah, I know he's not gonna want anything, and he hasn't asked me for anything. So hey, we can keep on doing this as long as he doesn't ask me for anything, because I don't want anything from him except that.
Right.
My best friend, my closest, my closest friend, the person and I'm talking to guy, not girl. Close the only person that has ever that I have ever actually been in a friendship. We actually call it a bay friendship, a bay friend.
Oh, a
So you know how you
baby.
have
I
a
know that's
bay
pretty.
friend, and what it is that it was the most honest relationship I'd ever been in my entire life. And I mean, we still talk. I mean, I moved down here. He moved to Orlando, so he's got a girlfriend, but we still chit chat like we've done before. But before all of that, either I was at his place or he was at mine.
Mhm.
And we would sit out on the patio because we both had patios at our apartments up in Jacksonville. We'll sit out on the patio and we'll smoke and talk for hours. I've learned all of his story. He needs to write a freaking book, by the way. Um, I know his entire life. He knows my entire life. People we've talked to, people we've dated, things about his ex-wife, things about my ex-husband, people I was dating because he was not that kind of person. But people I was seeing, I would bounce it off him. Hey, this is what happened, and what do you think? And he'll say, oh yeah, well maybe you should do this, that, and the other. You know, um, the most open and honest relationship I ever had in my entire life. And we met working together when he was married.
Right.
And what wound up happening is we really did not expect it to go the way it went. Basically, it was supposed to be once and done because we had been playing tennis back and forth for a while. And so when it actually finally happened, I was like, oh, okay, that was nice. I'll never see him again except at work because he was married. So it was like, done. But then it got to a point where um, he really started opening up about the things that were going on in his marriage, things that were going on in my relationships. And that's when he realized that, yeah, I probably don't want to be married anymore. And sometimes that happens. Now,
Right.
would I have loved to date him? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's gay, right? But for the best so, but like I said,
Okay, you asked a
we
question.
became
She
best. We became best friends. Oh, I was telling him a story about me and a friend of mine. We became best friends. So it was one of those things where it did start out as purely sexual relationship, but when he finally got divorced and everything, and he was actually able to be more free about stuff, then we actually became best friends, and that's why we call it a bay friendship because we knew we weren't going to be in a relationship because neither one of us wanted to be in a relationship, but we enjoyed our time together. We didn't even have that sex. Now the sex was great, don't get me wrong, but we could spend hours together, and I would go home. Or he'd come over and we'd spend hours together. We'd watch a movie or whatever, or chit chat and talk, and then he'd go home.
Mhm.
That and it was that open and honest. I mean, he's seen me cry. I mean, them ugly tears too.
Woo!
Them ugly broken heart tears. Y'all know about them ugly tears, okay? Man, oh man, when you can boohoo cry and lay your heart out on the bed in front of
Baby,
a
I
guy,
know
and
what you
he's
mean.
going, look, I understand how sad you are, and this and the other. Man, that is the most freeing thing you could
Woo,
ever
Lord.
endure. And he doesn't judge you. See, that's the whole thing. I mean, you can cry in front of your husband, you can cry in front of your boyfriend or whatever. But deep down inside, you're looking at him and you can go, he's judging me, isn't he? But
Or
yeah.
vice versa. He could cry in front of me and I console him.
Yeah,
Cry.
exactly.
He could cry his
And
heart
like
out.
I said, that was
And
the like I said, it's the most open, honest, and freeing relationship I've ever been in my life. The most open and honest non-relationship I've been in my life. And so, yeah, I'm looking for that again. Except I'm going the other route, the whole "let's be friends first" route,
let's be friends first.
because I would say that was like the exception. That's the exception. If you can get an exception and you can say you've had an exception, that's a bonus. Because 99.999% of relationships that start out sexual do not go any further than that. Like I said, that was the exception. And
Mm.
the fact that we're
No,
not
you
together, I mean, that kind of be 100% anyway. But, but yeah, there. It is possible as long as you set your bound, which is what we did.
Right.
You know, once he got divorced, we set our boundaries and we stuck to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's the exception. Hell, I was walking in the door on my way because it was kind of weird because I had just left class and I was driving home up 27th, I mean up 37th Avenue. I was listening to the radio and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's Valentine's Day, this that, and the other." I'm like, hmm.
Valentine's Day is every day.
Exactly.
It's
You
Well, you
every
seen what I
day.
supposed to
posted on my Facebook
love
page.
You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
your
love
yeah.
loved
you
ones
love
every
that
day.
person every day. Every day. That's every day.
I've had two people so far, friends of mine. I was texting a friend last night, and I said, "Oh yes, you know, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow." He's married. It's a BS day. What? Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
BS day. I said, "You're only saying that because you're a man."
No, but for real.
Then, but then I sent. I have a playlist on my Spotify called Cuddle Music. Now, I did not come up with this particular play. It's a brand new playlist. I just made it like 2 days ago. I didn't come up with this playlist because today was Valentine's Day, but when I shared it with my friend because he likes a lot of the playlists I have, I
Hey,
said,
can I
"Okay."
interrupt you?
I said
Can I
just in
interrupt
time
you?
for Valentine's Day. And he goes,
Can
"Bullshit."
I interrupt you?
Yes, go for it.
Can I interrupt you? Hey, do you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Go
can
ahead.
hear you.
Do anybody hear me?
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, we here.
Okay. Now, the young lady with the glasses,
What?
you had started with a question.
Huh?
And what your question was, you were saying, is it,
Oh, I know
what
what
was your
question she
question?
asked. She was
You
asking,
know, no, let her ask
um,
it.
oh, go ahead.
I
Let her
don't
ask it.
remember. I've
Oh,
asked.
I
Okay,
I've
you
remember
asked.
were
what she
saying
asked.
something to the effect, is it like okay to just be having the physical thing? Is that what you were leading to? That was your question was saying?
It was about the guy that you've been with for a long time, and you realized that he had certain things that he was doing that kind of turned you off, but you still like
Oh
being
yeah,
around
yeah,
him.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
gotta answer that.
yeah, yeah. It was. It's like okay, okay. When I met the person, you know, I thought we were gonna go somewhere, but then the things that he were doing kind of turned me off. It turned me off, and I was like, okay, and I was like kind of iffy because we began to be intimate, well, pretty much have sexual relations. So I'm like, okay, but it was never like a goal, a relationship goal with that person. It was never like a relationship goal, but uh it's just it's a strange relationship. So I don't even know if there's I don't love there or just caring, or it's like extremely confusing. But you know, pretty much I'm gonna say this. I care for the person's well-beings and I do love the person, but a whole lot of things that doesn't happen with that person and things that done happen with other people has been a great turnoff. Like, oh no, I'm not, you know, I would never tolerate that as being in a mutual relationship with that person. Like, no, that's so
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 this
it's like
person
a no
you
go.
speaking of, are you
Mm.
still dealing with this person?
Yeah, we still friends.
Yeah, he's still breaking it off to her. Absolutely.
Okay, well then, hey, man, that's what you want. That's what you want. That's how
No,
it
that's
fit the
that's
bill
not
and
what I
keep it going.
that's not what I
It is.
want. I don't have nothing. Let me
Well,
tell you,
if
I
it's
really
something else
don't
you
have.
want, if it's something else you want from that individual, you should just let them know. and then you
That's,
have the decision to make.
that's the same thing I said earlier.
Yeah.
And
But
then
I
you
don't.
have the decision to make.
I don't. But see, I don't really know if I want something from that person because so much has
Well,
happened.
y'all still, knocking boots, as they say.
Well,
So,
we're
so if
friends.
y'all
We're
still knocking
friends.
boots,
yeah, so I mean, you can
on
still
a
go to the
friendship
movie.
tip
You can still go to the movies with them.
and a friendship tip, y'all, hey,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
we're just we're really friends. Like support. We support one another. Um, emotionally
then
So
why you
you have a
saying
man
you
friend.
don't know where it's going? You know,
Oh no, she knows.
because
It's not
it's
going
I'm
anywhere.
talking about a love like a Romeo and Juliet love. That's the kind
She
of love I want. I want Romeo and Juliet
see what
love.
you
I
get what
don't
you
happens.
want
want
See,
from
them.
that person.
see what
You
Huh?
want
happens.
for that person, you got to let that person know.
Well,
She
um,
found
And
out
if you
that he
don't want
has
it
a
from that
very
person,
powerful primary.
enjoy it, keep riding it.
That part.
well, I guess that's what I'll do until you know
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
until time
Unless
tell.
now
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
you're not being exclusive to this person, are you?
What do you mean by being exclusive?
As in, is he the only person that
You're
you're
not just
talking
doing that
to
one
and
person.
have been doing, going out
Oh,
and with that one person, right?
uh,
That told me
yes.
everything I needed to know.
As far no, listen. As far as an intimate sexual relationship, yes, that person is the only person. Uh, I was after my last relationship, been almost 2 years, and I decided that I would just be celibate. Like I'm not, I'm just gonna work, get myself together, focus on me, this and that. But
Every once in a while.
yeah, and, you know, I enjoy. Okay, pretty much, I would probably move forward with that person more and try to be in his presence more, or allow him to be in my presence more. But it's pretty much a trust issue when it comes to dealing with a relationship. It's a trust issue, and I would rather remain his friend
That's a
because
good idea.
Well, there ain't nothing
I
wrong with
know
that.
me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to end up in jail. I don't want to end up in jail. I don't want to end up in prison. So I
Okay.
would just
So,
I just probably, and that's really why I don't want to move forward because I'm over the top. I'm like I said, I'm not jealous. I'm territorial because if it's
thank
me
you.
and you,
See,
it's me and you. You're not doing that over there.
okay. Okay. See,
Okay.
here's the thing though. Okay. You're trying to basically get yourself together. Every once in a while, you go to him and get broke off, and that's great, fine, and terrific. You still want that lovely, romantic relationship with,
Yeah, you ain't gonna find it there.
intimacy and and reciprocation. Are you still looking for that? You still want that? Do you still want that? Not from that person, though.
I just want it in general. I can't say
Okay.
I don't want it from that person or whatever. I want it in general.
Do
Put it
you
like that.
know what you want? Do you know what you want? Do
Oh
you
yeah, I
know?
know what I want.
Okay. So if you know what you want,
Hmm.
you got to go do it. Yeah, he'll
That's
be
right.
there if you need to get broke off, but you got to do it.
Do what?
You got to go get him. You
Go
got to
get
go
what you
get him.
want.
You got to go get what you want. If you like, what do
You
you like to
gotta,
do? What do you like to do?
you gotta earn it.
Well, it's not so much earning it, but you got to
What
do the
do I
work to
like
do
to
it.
do?
Yeah, what do you like to do?
Yeah.
I like traveling.
Okay.
I like going different places. I like
Are you doing that
experiencing.
now?
Am I traveling going different places right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I have.
Okay.
Continue doing
What
that.
else do you like to do? I mean, besides the travel part, I'm talking about like What would you like to be doing with him?
I like to be like, it's okay if it's just me and him. Like nobody else. Like we if me and him just in our own world, I'm okay with that. Like
Okay, no, no, no. I'm talking about going and doing. What would you like to do with this person that you will be seeking? And there's a reason I'm asking this.
I would like to travel. I would like to travel so we can spend time and enjoy each other
Okay, do you
on
like
that
read?
level.
Do
On
you like
that level.
you like reading books?
Not really.
Do you like going to clubs?
Not really.
You like driving your car? You like cars?
I don't like driving that much, but I like to be in the passenger seat and I like to enjoy.
You go to church?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. Uh, you work out?
No.
Um, the reason I'm asking is in order to find the person that you would like to do things with,
Hmm.
you got to go do those things. And the guys that are doing those things will be
That's what I
there.
mean, earn it. That's what I mean, earn it. You just
And
Oh,
can't
okay.
say it. You got to just
if
do it.
you are doing that one thing and you see that one already have one thing in common.
Hmm.
So
You
if you're a
are.
bicyclist, like I'm a cyclist at heart. I haven't been able to be on my bike in a while. Um, I would go and enter in cycling, events. I would go cycling. I would,
See, that's the thing right now. All I do is work and
yeah, you
just
definitely don't
try.
want to mess with anybody at work. Don't do it.
That's right.
I have
That's good.
I
That's
have a
good
lot
advice.
of
You ain't gonna shit with me.
I have a lot of responsibility. I take care
That's
of my
good advice.
92-year-old great aunt
Oh, wow.
and my dad. He's 80 years old. Um, I have a 17-year-old. My daughter's 29 with my 6-year-old granddaughter, and we're expecting in 3 weeks another. I'm expecting another granddaughter. So
So wait,
that's my life. Like my life revolves around them because I'm always trying to make sure that they're okay, because if they're not okay, I'm not okay.
you are
So,
a
and,
Capricorn for real.
and I don't know,
You are.
and sometimes I feel as though they're taking advantage of that, because it's like, what about you? Nobody says how you doing, how you feel. You want to do this, you want to
Yep.
do that.
Yeah, you're definitely a Capricorn. Um, that's where you set your boundaries. Because now, if you want to find that person that you're going to be able to bond with, you're going to have to throw some of that responsibility on somebody else. Because
Or not try to
you,
fulfill that responsibility. You got to take care of
yeah,
you.
I mean, you really have to take care of you eventually. Because, yeah, we can pat ourselves on the back all day long, but it's not going to feel the same, especially if you're doing things that somebody else should be doing. Like you mentioned, your daughter and your granddaughter. You know, if
That's her responsibility. I know.
that's her responsibility, and you got one on the way. She's pregnant.
Yeah,
Oh boy, yeah. You don't want, and don't get me wrong, you don't want to punish the child for the stupidity of the parent. I get that part, but at the same time, you got to teach That's how you teach responsibility. Sometimes you got to watch the train hit the brick wall, and it hurts like hell. Oh God, it is so hard to watch. But we learn from mistakes, and
yeah,
we can't possibly make all the mistakes that we can to learn everything we need to know. That's why we learn from other people's mistakes.
yeah.
So you're gonna have to, like, if you really want to, get somebody that's going to be able to not so much help you, but basically take care of you so you can take care of them. You gotta let them know, hey, I gotta cut back a little bit so I can have some me time.
I've been planning that.
It's hard
You got to do
because
it.
It's hard because you see this and you're
You got to
compassionate
do it.
and you're empathy. You have empathy
You
and
got to
you're
earn
like,
it.
I really don't want it, but
What
oh,
what
this looks
what
so hard.
is this? What's your name? Bruce?
Which,
Are you Bruce?
Who, me?
oh,
Yeah, the
B
gentleman that
man, B man,
B man.
Be
No, it's
back.
B Mac. It's
B
B
Mac,
Mac.
B Mac. That's right, B Mac.
B
Oh,
Mac.
B Mac. B Mac. Okay. B Mac. What do you mean? I have to earn it.
Life, the things that are beneficial to you, you always have to earn. Nothing is given.
What did I tell you?
Listen.
Hook.
Every relationship, whether it's a friendship, a ex, a family member, a child, I've earned more than enough to get back
What did I
a
say?
hundredfold.
Last week I said if you want to live the easy life, do the hard things. You want to live a hard life, do the easy things. One of the hardest things you're going to have to do is to let go of some of that responsibility that you have
Yeah,
for you to have an easier life.
yeah.
You can
But
do
you
it.
I
know,
You
was
can do
dating.
it.
I was
earning
dating.
it. When I
I
say
was
earn, you
dating
got to
this
do.
guy.
You got to
I
do it.
was dating this guy once, and he was like, "Oh, we was he was all right," and supposedly admiring the fact that, hey, bring me my stuff.
Oh, there goes the phone.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
there you go.
my son is robbing me
Oh no!
with my AirPods. But anyway, what was I saying, Miss B May?
You said you had a guy that was supposedly admiring.
Oh yeah, and then he was like, so we had a disagreement or about something. I can't remember what it
A
was about.
heated discussion.
Yeah, pretty much. And he mentioned, he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna have no man with taking care of." Oh, he said no man don't want a woman that's taking care of all these people and all this. I'm like, really?
He's lying.
I'm like,
it's just not.
okay,
It's just not him. That's all.
yeah. Because I was like, well, really, I don't care because this is my family and I'm gonna take care of them. I'm the head of my family,
Hmm.
Yeah,
my
don't
little
ever
family.
come between a woman and her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you would definitely have to carve out some time to be able to go do some of the things that you enjoy.
Yeah. I am.
And
I'm working on it.
I will tell you, as a pharmacy technician, because I know this stuff. If you said it's your great uncle,
My great aunt.
your great aunt. Okay, if she has Medicare, she actually can get in home help.
Oh, I have a setup. She have an aide come Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying
So
to work
you,
on get her some weekend hours. I'm a care
yeah.
coordinator nurse, so I
Oh,
work
okay.
with the company that provides the service for her. So
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do probably is shift those hours because you said she's Monday through Friday. You could do like Wednesday to Monday or Wednesday to Tuesday, not
yeah,
Wednesday to Tuesday, like Thursday to Monday or something like that. That way
yeah,
you have Tuesday and Wednesday. It's during the week. You know that you're going to be working like you
hmm,
typically would do,
yeah,
and if the homemade's there during the weekends, you'll be able to go and do something, even if it's just go shop for baby clothes.
yeah.
Maybe
But
you'll find a single father and
what I what I got to say is for baby Q
deep,
Brown, whatever.
deep
That
baby,
they
That baby
that
brown,
that
baby
baby
right?
Brown.
brown.
So what I think that you should contact a friend and you should tell him that you might want to start traveling and doing little things with him, and maybe that will y'all make it be able to get closer together and probably move forward to
Um,
what you wanted to be.
You missed that whole
you
trust.
ever
You missed that
heard?
whole trust issue part, huh?
No, I heard it. I
Exactly.
heard it. But maybe the trust
But have
issue
you
will
ever heard?
change.
have you ever heard of the dog chase the cat? Like
I heard of that.
I can be open and honest with a conversation, but I'm not running. I don't think that it's ethical for a woman to be going after a man because I am a very big catch.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
am
and it goes
a
back to
very
that
big
whole
catch.
earning, and
Right.
that's the other thing is that if you're doing the chasing, then the guy's not gonna feel like he's earned anything, and he's not gonna do the things that he would have ordinarily do if he had to earn your trust, if he had to earn your love, if he had to earn you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why having a sexual relationship and then expecting to be in a relationship or getting married will never work
Right.
because he didn't earn your bedroom time.
Right.
You gave it to him freely.
Hmm.
So yeah, you got to go where they
What
are.
happened to Big B Mac?
He's still up. He just
He
chimed
turned
off.
his
Cut camera
yeah
off a minute, his mic off a minute.
yeah
He's
Oh,
still
okay.
up.
Yeah, I'm still listening to you. I just
yeah
got. I'm taking care of some other stuff.
because
Okay.
because
Hmm.
he's the king of the house. That's it.
He
The
said
head of
he
household.
he said he been in it for 35 years. That's
Yeah,
almost
he
two.
is the goat.
Yeah, but we talked about it yesterday. Patricia, you didn't see it yesterday. We was on here yesterday. You didn't see the podcast from yesterday?
I did not actually. I was busy
Yeah, we
trying.
talked. We talked about stuff yesterday. He was on here yesterday.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I was actually sleeping. I
Oh, okay.
woke up at it was I call them inadvertent naps
Uh-huh.
because I got offline and I was sitting on the bed and I was texting a friend of mine, and then as I was texting him, I leaned over and I'm like this, and then the phone attacked my nose,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
I s- and I mean it just hit. I mean, oh man, I can't believe it just attacked me like that. It was just terrible. So I laid it on the side there, and I don't remember anything after that. I woke up at 11:30 because I had to pee.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's my life, y'all. And then I found out that I got dropped from a couple of my classes again before I
Uh-huh.
got a chance to pay for them. So now I've been sending emails and phone calls all day long trying to get those reinstated. I got one of my classes back, so I went ahead and paid for that one, so that was good, but I still got to get the other two.
Oh,
So yeah, I wasn't I wasn't coherent enough to participate.
right.
hmm.
And that was after I finished that assignment that I had to work on.
Don't sound like you're busy.
Yeah, I went back to school
Oh.
and I'm in the middle of an appeal because I go to Miami Dade. Went to Miami Dade 88 to 90. And so the Department of Education wants to know why I passed some of my classes and failed others. And what's
What?
so jacked up is I had undiagnosed ADHD. No, I'm sorry. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I
Uh-huh.
didn't know I had ADHD and I wasn't treating it.
Uh-huh.
And so, core symptoms, inattention, uh, not so much, or inattentive. Basically, we are dopamine chasers. So we stick with stuff that actually excites us and makes the brain tickle.
Hmm.
So I have to look at my transcript and write a statement, and that's what they want to know is why. Hey, why did I pass these classes and I failed this one or true from them? And they're all going to have the same statement. I'm just going to have to do like six of them because it's like
Wow.
6 semesters, you know.
Ooh.
So, but they won't release my financial aid until I finish the appeal, and I already know I have the Pell Grant because they accidentally showed me last semester.
Oh, wow.
So because of that, I've been enrolled in my class since January 3rd. And of course, I have not paid for them because that's what the financial aid is for.
Exactly.
So he must have got a phone call.
What he B Mac still there, isn't he?
Yes, I'm still here. You got a question for me?
I don't hear Miss Patricia.
I heard her.
Oh, you can hear her?
Yeah. Oh, I can't hear her now.
No, I don't hear her. I just see her. What happened to Alex? He
I know I heard a phone ringing,
I'm still here.
and cuz you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
How you gonna
Okay.
interrupt the podcast? And Miss Patricia, we can't hear her now. I think she having the same problem that I was having earlier.
There you are.
Oh,
No,
she's back.
he has the power to make me shut up.
Yeah. He
So basically, that's what I've been like in the middle of for the last since October of last year. So when I finished my assignment last night, I was like dial tone. Like I said, I
yeah.
was texting a friend and like, oh okay. Last thing I remember. Um, but yeah,
I went to Miami Dade North Campus and downtown campus way back in 1978.
Ooh, that's when I was born.
I was eight. I was 8 years old. Oh, it's good to know an alumni. Hey.
No, so
My mom got her I
I
think it's an associate's
graduated.
in business administration
Yeah,
from
I
Miami
got my
Dade.
associates in
back then I
2005.
studied accounting and architecture technology.
Architecture.
So
Architecture.
I
Ooh.
love architecture.
So you could draw? You could draw, cuz?
Can you use
I
AutoCAD?
dropped. I dropped out because I joined the military,
Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
and then many years later, I completed, as I said, a computer science degree undergrad and a master's computer science.
Nice. Nice. I am going for my associates in diagnostic medical sonography. I'm going to be a sonogram technician. Actually, I
Oh.
want to be an MRI technician, but in order to get there, I have to get my degree in either sonograms or X-ray, and I don't have the back for X-rays because
Right.
you gotta position people, maneuver them around if they can't, if they're not ambulatory. Yeah,
Hmm.
you got to do a lot of work. But with
Yeah,
sonograms, you can just roll the machine over to them.
you right.
So, but yeah, I was out. I would have liked to been on there for that conversation though. It sounded like it was good. I'm gonna watch it
Yeah,
tomorrow.
go back and watch it. It was pretty interesting yesterday.
I'll watch it while I'm working.
Yeah,
I have a little because I have my phone on my desk in front of my monitor. I have a gaming. They gave me a gaming monitor, so it's like really wide, but it's like that.
right,
It's
right.
like 34 inches wide.
Mhm,
So, but yeah, it is possible to be lovers and friends,
mhm.
but you have to make sure you maintain those boundaries. And if you feel that you can't maintain those boundaries, you have to be honest enough with yourself to back out or back off or do
Ah,
something.
Right,
back out, back off.
Yeah. And that's the hard part
Or keep enjoying it.
because yeah, people don't. That's
right.
just
Or
it,
keep enjoying it.
Well,
You know what you like.
it is. You'll be breaking your own heart if that's the case. You sit there
Possibly.
and you're not able to maintain. Usually, when somebody can't maintain the boundaries, it's either they want to cross over and be more, or it's the other side of that leads to abuse and neglect and all that other stuff. But yeah, if you honestly feel that you can't maintain a boundary, then you have to be adult enough and man enough and woman enough to say, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Right.
And those are those hard conversations that people don't like having because people don't like being rejected.
Right.
I honestly I honestly don't know how I would have handled doing that. Like, if I wanted to actually get a divorce in 2001, I don't know how I would have even said anything. I was 31 years old and I'd been married for 8 years at that point. So I don't know. Because I'm a very different person. I'm a very different person than now than I was when I got divorced in 2017.
You
So
should
I can,
be. You're
I
wiser.
can. Oh God.
You're
Well, I
wiser.
always tell, I always tell people, God looks out for fools and children. I just haven't figured out which one I was yet.
My daddy used to say that
I have,
God take care of all babies and fools, and I'm a damn fool. That's what he used to say.
I have had, um, I've had, I have had such a weird life. I honestly believe I'm just watching myself in a movie.
Say it
And
again.
I said, I've had such a weird life that I feel like I'm watching myself in a movie. So that's where it's like I can never commit suicide because I'm too nosy. I want to see how this movie ends. And do I get the guy? Do I become rich and powerful and queen of the world, or am I going to be I don't know, and somebody's
I
gutter
thought I
laying
only
there?
thought those ways. I thought I only thought like that.
Oh boy! Like I said, I'm an act. I'm like watching myself going through these things, and I'm sitting there going,
But
okay, am I going?
people don't really
Oh,
understand that. Order the like when people have problems in their life to resolve them, you got to go back and like go back and like sit down one day and just go back to your life from the beginning until the end, like from you growing up, and just play it like a movie to see where you went wrong at to repair whatever the situation has been. That's how you could repair your life and whatever's, you know.
well, the interesting thing about it is like some of the most, for some, one of the hardest things that happened to me. Actually, it was two, but one of the hardest things that happened to me, I could never fathom that would ever happen to me, and then it did. And now I look back on it, it's like, how the fuck did I survive that? I got through it. I was homeless for 6 weeks.
Mhm.
Okay. Got evicted from an apartment. Didn't have a backup. I was
Mm.
waiting for my ex husband to come back to Jacksonville because he drove a truck over the road and he usually takes the kids with him on the road. The only people who knew was my father and my sister, who eventually told my mom, but that was after the fact. My father, my sister, and our next door neighbor, because they were picking up our kids from the bus stop, and I was going over there and picking them up, and we were hotel hopping for 6 weeks. So I worked part time. I was working at Walmart pharmacy. Worked part time at Walmart. I had a friend of mine that had a trucking company that I did work there over the weekends, and I'm also a licensed Uber driver. So to keep my kids comfortable, because we were, like I said, we were hotel hopping. I literally worked damn near 24/7 for 6 weeks.
Mhm.
They went on the road, and I actually went to stay with one of my friend's moms. And then the day before the last day of school is when I got my apartment key.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry, the day before the first day of school.
Mhm.
I finally found somewhere that would take me because, like I said, you get an eviction, it's already there in the court and it's already the paperwork.
Mhm.
Finally found somewhere that would take me the day before the first day of school.
Dang.
Wow.
So, and like I said, I'm looking at this that was 2018. So I'm looking at that 6 years later going, how the hell did I survive?
I know.
I had a minivan back then too, so that was kind of helpful. My daughter had a sleepover at one of her friends' house. My son went over to a real close friend of mine that actually used to babysit them over there, and I slept in the truck. I slept in the van that night because I was like, "Well, shoot, what do I need a hotel room for? I could just lay the seat down and call it a night." And that's what I did. But that was the only night. All the other times we were in the hotel, and the only reason my dad knew, the reason he knew is that he paid for the final week. He paid for the last week I was there in a hotel
Mhm.
room.
Mhm.
And like I said, I look back on it and go, Only reason I know I went through it is because I went through it.
Mm-hmm.
But and that's the thing,
Wow.
you know. He's like, okay, next time.
What happened? What happened with you? You said you describing homelessness.
Yeah, I was homeless for 6 weeks. What happened
6 weeks.
was I had two bank accounts. One actually had my car note, and the other one I was work is a working bank account. So I did not trust that the one that had my car note was going to automatically pull out. They were going to probably pull out more. So I went from one bank, withdrew cash to go to the other bank, but I stopped by, I think it was Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, Walgreens, pick up my meds. Somewhere between those two banks, I lost $790.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my car note. And I could never recover. So it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'll either have transportation so I can take my kids to school or a roof over my head. Ugh. So it came like every other month, and then it's like, I can't do it anymore. So, yep. Everybody, I mean, a lot of people I know about had that experience. I don't think anybody's had the experience that I had.
Mhm.
But,
So what happened with the kids' fathers? Your kids' fathers.
well, I didn't say anything. He didn't find out until 2016. No, I'm sorry. He didn't find out until 2019, 2018. No, yeah, it was 2019, following year. Um, because we had already, got divorced, but we were doing the the parenting plan thing.
Co-parenting.
Yeah. Well, he was
Mhm.
supposed to pay child support, and then all of a sudden he stopped. I took him and I put him on DOR. And when I put him on
Okay.
DOR, they tried to suspend his license, and so now we going back and forth to court.
Mhm.
So he didn't find out until that started, and then of course he was livid, and rightfully so. I get it, but for me it was I had blinders on. Like I have to eat, I
So
have
you
to
were in
feed
it.
them.
You
Yeah,
were in it trying to still survive it.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's it. And I fast forward, they wound up going up to him in Michigan anyway in 2020 because Florida was such a cesspool of COVID. And I'm thinking to myself, how come I can't push for myself like I push for other people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
But
feel.
yeah, but
Okay. So
yeah, it was, and yeah, like I said, he was upset. Why did you say anything? And the reason I didn't say anything is because
Oh,
I knew
you say.
once he knew
oh,
he was
there
going to
she
use that
is.
against.
There
Look
she is.
at that beautiful woman.
Oh, there she is.
So pretty.
All
Don't
right
hate
then.
Alex.
Look at that.
There she
She
is.
was, she was
Look at
like,
him hating. He hating.
To the end. To the end.
she's so pretty.
Thank
To the
you.
end. No, so
But yeah, I
so
mean, that's
lovers and friends.
it. Like I said, people just don't like being rejected.
Mhm.
And
Lovers and friends.
and you know, that's why you have to have those hard conversations. They hurt like hell. Oh my God. When my ex husband found out I cheated on him. Now, here's the thing he found evidence that I may have cheated on him. Okay. He asked me, and I said, yeah. Because after a certain time, you just get tired of it. You get tired of hiding. You get tired of lying. And it was actually kind of a relief for me, even though it was like the most painful thing that ever happened to me in my entire life,
Mhm.
heart wise, not body wise. I
Wait a
had to
minute.
do the
Wait
hard
a minute.
things.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You say he may have found evidence
No, he found evidence that I may have cheated on him.
that you may.
What he found, what
What
he
the hell is
found,
that?
what he found were messenger messages between me and the guy I cheated on him with. But none of it, it was all suggestive, but it was nothing that said, hey, I want to have sex with you again or anything like that. It was more
Wait a minute.
complimentary,
Wait a
like,
minute.
hey, you're
But
pretty.
the
And
question is, well,
I could have
this is
said
after the
no.
fact.
I could have
Yeah.
said no, I didn't cheat on him. I was just talking to him like that. There was no
So
physical evidence. There was nothing.
okay, but what is the truth? Right now,
Oh
what is
yeah.
the truth?
No, I did. I know I did. I told him, and that's the whole thing. When he confronted me, I just came home from work, and he told me, "Oh, go look on your on your chair," because my computer was in like a whole nother room. So I look at that and I see the printouts and I'm like, okay. Walk in the room, I'm sitting in the chair, and he's pacing our bedroom because our master bedroom was 14 by 22. So he's pacing the bedroom. And he said, "So you did it?" Yeah.
Okay, was it
Why?
worth it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
And not for the fact that yeah, I damn near lost my family, but it just was one of those people. I thought I turned that off. Anyway, it was one of those people that had more mouth than well.
You
Yeah.
were disappointed too.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm telling you, it's bad enough that I cheated, but it was bad enough. If I had like I don't know what's the guy's. Oh God, I can't even think of his name now. If I had a Playboy model, a Chippendales, okay, I probably would have felt a little better about it. No,
Wow.
and that's not an
Wow.
exaggeration, by the way.
I
Okay,
Well,
so
Well,
yeah,
you
it
you
couldn't
was.
do
should have
nothing with
just
that.
you should have just lied and said nothing happened if it wasn't worth it.
I just got
she
hit
couldn't
by.
stop.
I just got hit by the bus.
She
No, it
probably
wasn't
couldn't
a
stop
bus.
doing what
That
she
was
was
a
doing.
train. I just got hit by a train. Thanks, B. But you know what? The thing about it is that I had never like not done it. Okay, I've always owned up to it, and I like took me 5 years to forgive myself. Okay, um, but yeah, I owned up to it, and the thing about it though is that it was a weird kind of relief because that happened in 2012, and the actual act happened in 2010. So basically, and wasn't seeing the guy anymore. I mean, it was like, no, I'm overwhelmed. Go away. Because he was one of those people. Like I said, when you mark somebody, they become stalkers. They start bothering you and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what happened. And even calling me in my job, like calling my cell phone while I'm working, and like,
Wow.
hey, how you doing? Oh, hey, how you doing? I can't wait to. Dude, I'm with work. You didn't talk like that. Click. Finally, had to block him on all manners of social media and phones. I changed my number because of him. Yeah, it was
Wow.
not worth
Man,
it.
you were disappointed. God.
Uh, ooh, yeah.
And it
but
wasn't
it,
worth it. Oh wow.
yeah,
You were
but that
disappointed, and you
and
couldn't
yeah,
you couldn't get creative with it, huh?
Was was it
it
at
was a one.
least a
It was
tickle Elmo moment?
a, oh, he was a one. He was a one trick pony. He had a gap between his teeth. One trick pony. Okay, but what I was saying about having to do the hard things, I could have denied it all day long.
I was
I
gonna
could,
say I
because
would have been nothing worth it.
there was no physical evidence. There was nothing that could absolutely pinpoint where we were, what we did, how long we were there, or none of that. Okay, but I said no, I can't do this anymore. Um, so I admitted. I was like, yeah, it happened. And the thing about it is, it was a weird sort of relief to have that off my chest and off my back. And that's when I learned that sometimes you gotta do the hard things, and that was really freaking out. That was the hardest thing I had to do. I had one after that, and the whole homeless thing. But when you have to really be honest with the situation and your feelings about the situation, and you know that you've been stressing for 2 years trying to keep this away from him, and now that he knows, it's like okay, I ain't gotta hide anymore. Yeah, that is
And
weird,
the other thing
weird.
you learned was that that's not for you.
Oh, that part. Yeah. Well, and the thing about it is,
It's
we
not for
did
you.
try. We did try. Because, like I said, that was 2012. And for 5 years, we
I'm
tried.
talking about with the well, I'm talking especially with the other
Oh, that
extracurricular activities.
that
It's not
that
for you.
guy.
Yeah, it's not for you.
No,
That's
it
the other
wasn't.
thing.
It wasn't with him anyway. Um, because now he says I cheated on him twice, but and technically he's right. However, I was emotionally gone already, and I was already sure that he had probably cheated on me anyway. It's just I couldn't prove it. I mean, I've got text messages, I've got emails and stuff like that, but I can't prove it. And of course, like I said, as him being a narcissist or having narcissistic tendencies, he was going to tell, "Oh well, you did it first," because it's always that tit for tat stuff. Um, but technically, yes, I did cheat on him twice.
Mhm.
But the cheating I did on him was the last 6 months before I moved out anyway. So we were separated in the same house. Like I was sleeping on our brand new section, our brand new Ashley furniture leather sectional, which was more comfortable than the bed anyway. And he was sleeping on the waterbed.
What a
But you gotta, and like I said, you gotta do the hard thing sometimes. It hurt like hell. I ain't gonna lie, because we had two young children. And when I told them that I was moving, we were moving out. 'Cause of course, with him driving a truck, I had to have the kids. Um, yeah, we're gonna go over here, and this is gonna be our place, and then you'll go over here when Daddy comes home. And so when we sat the kids down, I'll never forget this. This was funny as heck. We sat the kids down at my apartment, and we told them that we were breaking up and that we were getting a divorce. Now, my daughter was in the third grade, my son was in the fourth grade. My daughter, the wonderful, loving Virgo that she is, goes, "Oh, are you breaking up? I'm so." She gives us both a hug and says,
Mhm.
"Oh, you're breaking up. Oh, I feel so bad now." Neither one of them thought that it was their fault. Neither one of them, now fast forward, kind of broke my heart a little bit too, but when they were that age, and we used age appropriate terms, of course, they understood that, okay, mom and dad aren't really getting along right now, but they still hope that we get back together
Yeah,
because our kids.
we're running out of time.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
are.
what's the time frame?
Yeah, we're running out of time. So
Well, yeah, somebody's got to go to bed, so we got to get up at
so I
6
wanna
o'clock to go to
so I
work.
wanted to let everybody know, thank you for chiming in. Thank you. What it is, the baby,
That
bro,
is
That
that
baby.
baby.
that
That baby.
baby,
You can't
V
take the
Mac,
baby. You
Patricia,
got
all y'all for joining in and chiming in tonight,
Sorry for
and
talking so much.
and and being yourself and keeping it real podcast.
We are Teresa's therapies.
And good night to everybody.
B-Max got the keys to the bus and he is backing over me.